Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about hiring engineers from within the EU. My name is Michael. I'm the founder of SlashDev.io, a software engineering company that recruits engineers from around the world. So I've done hundreds of interviews with engineers from the EU and thousands of interviews with engineers from around the world. So I've really seen the differences that you're going to run into, and hopefully I can give you some value on what to consider while you're recruiting engineers and looking for engineers within the EU. So one of the first things you're going to consider, obviously, is price. When you look at these countries, you're going to have Poland a little more at the high end, 15 to 22 for a mid-level engineer, 24 to 36 for a senior. In general, these days you're aiming for senior engineers. So Hungary 19 to 29, Romania 17 to 24, Czech Republic 22 to 31. So depending on how tight your budget is and what you're looking for, this is a key thing to consider. Now, a key piece of information about this price data. This is price data based on local salaries, and that's what you need to consider because that's what you're competing against. You're not competing against the highest rate someone charges on Upwork. You're competing against the local salary that they can make in their country. So you can be competitive at these rates. The second thing you want to consider is English proficiency. So you want to make sure that the engineers are very skilled in English, and really within the EU, that's not going to be a problem. When we look at the number of engineers, we're also going to see that these are highly populated areas when it comes to software engineers, 400,000 in Poland, almost 100,000 in Hungary, over 100,000 in Romania and the Czech Republic each. So you have a big pool of engineers to choose from. When we recruit at SlashDev, this is one of the number one principles we operate by. You want to get a high volume of applicants so that you can get the very best engineers in your company. When we look at skill level, there's no doubt that these are some of the best countries to hire around the world, especially Poland. You're going to see it both in terms of the amount of investment by international companies and the way that they rank in terms of previous assessments like hacker rank challenges. You're going to see them near the top of the list. And you see equally great skill in Romania, the Czech Republic, and Hungary as well. So as I said, big companies hire here, always a good sign. You don't want to be somewhere where no one else is, unless you can find that diamond in the rough, but it's not necessarily going to be the place where you want to run a high volume recruitment campaign. So trustworthiness within the EU, you're going to have a high standard. Obviously, you need to be aware the more affordable the country, uh, it's a that means a very different culture. It often coincides with more corruption and more scamming practices. So be very aware of that. Do your due diligence, run your technical recruitment, and build trust with these freelancers you're working with. We extensively vet and screen these engineers at SlashDev to make sure that we don't run into any problems with scams or IP. And it's really something you need to take seriously and run in a professional way. And then the time zone, of course, if you're in the EU, perfect. If you're in the US, you have to realize these engineers are going to be ahead of you. So you're going to be doing morning meetings to sync with them in your evening. So depending on how quick of a feedback loop you need with these engineers, this is something to consider. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of the factors you're going to want to consider when recruiting engineers within the EU. Reach out if you have any questions. We're happy to do a free consultation. Just check us out at slashdev.io. Thanks.